Time now for Capper's Corner. Before we get into these games, let's take a look at some of the betting season trends so far. Cream Dog, you'll like this. The dogs have been barking. Underdogs 47, 30, and 2 against the spread. That's hitting at 61%. That's the best through 5 games since 2004. Road teams also doing well. 41, 37, and 2 against the spread. And unders 45, 31, and 1. That's hitting at 57%. Who is the best and the worst against the spread this season? Well, the Falcons, which is not very good for my 49ers, they're 5-0 against the spread. Who's at the bottom? Panthers, Vikings, Bears, Commanders, and Rams, which is interesting to me. All the worst teams against the spread going 1-4. Browns are perfect 5-0 to the over, and the Colts, who can't seem to score to save their lives, are 5-0 to the under. With that, let's make some picks. And let's start with your G-Men. We just went over this already. So they're up against the Ravens this weekend. 5.5-point spread. Ravens favored over under at 45. The Giants have the better record here, and yet they're home underdogs. G-Men 3-0 straight up as underdogs. This season, they were 5.5-point dogs against the Titans in week 1, ended up winning outright. Since 2018, teams that are 3+ games above 500 as underdogs of 4 points or more, or 29, 12, and 1. They're hitting at 70%, which makes me kind of lean towards the G-Man, but I want your take on this game.
That's because so much of that is based on preseason predictions. Like this is people saying the Giants can't possibly be this good. The roster's horrible. Coaching matters in the National Football League. And while that reporter might be locking up the Baltimore Ravens because the Giants should just lay over and tank this game,
yeah,
you nailed it. Dan Jones, he's been good as a dog. This Giants team, they've been great to make adjustments. One nugget that I pulled out, which is it's absolutely shocking to me because the Giants just haven't had a good coach in a while. So it's kind of just fun to have this going on. But the Giants have won the second half of their game 70-39 this season.
Ooh.
Which is, you like playing those double results. Ravens have been a tremendously good first half team. So maybe you're playing the Ravens first half, Giants second half. Obviously, if you see behind me, I'm a Giants fan. I'm not going to pick against the Giants here. There's nothing better than getting points with your team at home. You have the emotional hedge. If they lose by 3, you still cover the spread. But the way this team's playing, I don't see why I would want to get in the way of it. Brian Daboll, Mike Kafka are clearly scheming stuff up. You're not talking about the fact that he's rolling out practice squad receivers. You're not talking about how, the offensive line is trash this year because Saquon's working, they're running the ball, and they're able to make the plays. Unlike Justin Fields, they're scoring in the red zone. And so those touchdowns are critical. And quite frankly, Baltimore, they've let every team, it seems, come back into the game. So, come on. Don't need to tell you why I love the Giants, but I love the Giants.
I love the Giants too. I'm taking the Giants with the 5.5, like you said. Also, they're 8-3 against the spread in their last 11 games in October. So big October dogs there, which I really like. And you hit the nail on the head. The Ravens have had so many single possession games, whether they've lost or won. They lost by 4 to Miami, 3 to the Bills. They beat Cincy by just 2. And you're going to give this Giants team, this gutsy, gritty Giants team, 5.5. I'm definitely going to take that. I am hedging a little bit here because I'm going to take the Ravens team total over 24. That's at -151 on Caesars. So the Ravens are averaging over 27 points per game this season. Post-London no-buy opponent team totals are 6-1 all-time, 2-0 last weekend. The jet-lag defenses have just been getting gassed, especially in the fourth quarter. So I do think that the Ravens over their team total of 24 is a good bet. Is there anything else you like in this game?
I absolutely like the way the Ravens defense has been allowing teams to pass on them. And you haven't exactly seen Daniel Jones, a.k.a. Dan Jones, look great. But last week, because of injury, they were forced to play Darius Slayton, someone he's had chemistry with early in his career, someone who has speed, unlike most of their receiving room right now. Well, he's going to be out there, and I think his receiving total is egregiously low. It's 32.5. I'm going to take the over on the receiving yards. If anyone's going to pop, it's Darius Slayton. So this could be one of those where we look back and he has 6 catches for 95 yards, and we're like, wow, what easy money. And I should have noted earlier, this is also a Wink Martindale revenge spot. The defensive coordinator for the Giants was on the Ravens as their D coordinator for many years. I don't know if you saw the pressers this week. Lamar gave him a shout out. Wink gave him a shout out back, but he got fired by the Ravens. So while he's saying the right things in the media about how he loves Baltimore, he loves the Ravens, there's a chip on his shoulder here too. And so a big reason they're winning is the scheme he's been bringing to the table. So Slayton goes over, Giants win.